Hey, what's going on, you guys? I have got to document this. I don't know what this guy's running. I think he's on a Cubical quad, but it's my favorite antenna. So I just wanted to post this. I'm going to upload it to YouTube here. Show you what's going on. I haven't gotten this call yet, but wow, what a signal on 20. Let me bring the audio online.
4 Alpha Yankee, Mike. Good evening. Okay, thank you. Yeah, bye-bye, thanks. Hello, CQ on 20 ON4 Alpha Yankee, Mike calling and bye.
1-4 Alpha Yankee Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Hi, Steven. Is Oscar Nancy, okay? October, November, 4 America, Yankee, Mexico. When did we make, do see I work you, the 14th of March 2018 on 20 meters, that was with my Mosley. Now I'm transmitting with a 4-element homemade cubical quad, Steven. 5 and 9 plus signal. What a strong signal you're producing from out of Vermont over.
Hey, this is Martin, right? Martin, I've been listening for a bit. I'm recording this actually, and I was curious as to what antenna you were using, because you are pounding in here, dude. You were peaking 20 over at times. Yeah, the name's Steve over here in Vermont. Sorry about the call. And you answered the question. I'm a big fan of cubical quads. I'll tell you what, dude. How new is the antenna? I'm not going to hold it because you may want to move on to bigger and better things. But this will go up on my YouTube page. I'm actually recording it right now. And I live stream, so I'll be running a live stream for the CQ Worldwide as well. See if I can give some points away to some folks. But how many element cubical quad, and is it home built or did you buy it? Over.
Okay, Steve. Kilo 1 Golf Mike ON4AYM. I'm gonna push on the mute here on my TV. It's a homemade one. I did put it on. I did start building it beginning of September this year. So almost 2 months ago. It took me 3 weeks to build it and 1 week for tuning it. So it's the 4-element quad. We got a 50 feet long boom. My reflector and my second director are 45 feet away from each other. And the antenna is 85 feet above ground. So it got 20 on and 17 meters, 2 on the same configuration, and next springtime I will put on the other elements or the other wires for 15 and 12 and 10 meters. So I only choose for 20 and 17 because I do know to get the maximum out of antenna you do need some time. It doesn't fixed in one day. I don't use any. I just having a field measure toy, so that I can see what the antenna is doing, and I put it somewhere around 100 feet away from the antenna. And I do see what it is doing when I'm giving it some power. And I did try to get the maximum forwarding gain, and I still have a good front to back from around 30 dB front to back, so I can't complain about the antenna. I did get one in 96. Then I did build the 4-element quad for 40 meters. And if you Google my call sign, I'm still number 1 in Belgium. They were not able in the CQ worldwide with maximum contacts or points in the worldwide contest, but that was with the 4-element cubical quad for 40. So it's a little bit less. I got on the same boom 2 elements for 42. but I still have to tune them. And now I am too lazy. I was getting fixed my 20 and 17, and I love it so much that I am more here on the radio than I am working on the antennas. And it's getting colder, so September and the half of October we got beautiful weather, and now it's overcast and it's raining at the moment, and around 10 degrees centigrade, Steve. So that's a little bit the release of the antenna over here. Kilo 1 Golf Mike ON4 Alpha Yankee Mike.
Yeah, ON4AYM, K1GMM, Vermont. Really quick, Martin, how much power are you running? I'm just barefoot. I'm running exactly 100 on the button, and I'm still on the hex. Over.
Yeah, this is exactly the same, 100.
Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. You know what I've noticed as well, Martin? Now, a lot of people will debunk this, but the audio, I was listening to Tor. This is Cubical Quad Day. LA4OUA was in there, and he runs a 4-element Cubex. And when he's in there and he's pointed at me, he throws as good of a signal, no problem, or better, than any other superstation running stacked systems on that 4-element cube. But what I've noticed is the audio that, and you can get phasing problems. You know what I mean with the audio. If something isn't quite right, but the audio it produces, don't ask me, dude, I don't understand how it works, but the audio, what the transceiver sees on the receiving end and then converts it to audio is just bodacious. Over.
Yeah, QSL. By the way, I'm using the 7300 here with a $10 headset. So it's a very cheap headset with, I think, 10 or 15 years old. And I do know, I did getting some recording of my audio. I always wondered how my audio is getting into the rooms at the other end, Steve.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. Yeah, the audio is superb. I was wondering if you were on a 7300. They have that. That's the reason I bought mine. I think I'm actually I'm moving up to a Flex 6400. I think I'm going to pull the trigger on that. I got a bunch of stuff I'm selling, and I'm going to keep the 7300 for now. I love this little radio, dude. I do a lot of digital mode work and stuff like that, and I'll tell you, it is a very easy radio to operate. The receiver's great on it. It's an amazing little rig for what it is, and how much it costs. Over.
Yeah. I was off radio for 18 years. Yeah, I did came back 2 years ago. I still have my old 850. And I was thinking to buy myself a new 5000 from Jesu. But then I was thinking, okay, that's a lot of money. You had to pay for that one. And I Googled a little bit, and I did came on the 7300. And I did bought the 7300, and I wouldn't change it. I got on the QRZ page, it's a big little radio, so how I call it. I don't gonna switch over to any kind of a radio at this moment. So soon, if you know how it completely works, it's working tremendously good with good audios. In the beginning, I did struggle a little bit with the audio. Everyone saying to me, Martin, you got not the audio like you used to have on your Kenwood radio. You do know Kenwood have always good audio quality. And then I figured something out, and it came on this computer headset. It's from MediaTek. It's the name of the headset. I think you can find them only, I think, in Eastern Europe somewhere. I'm looking on the internet, and there you can find them. And this particularly that I'm using is cost around $5. So it's I told everyone this is a $10 headset. And since I'm using this, everyone said, wow, your audio quality is okay. I having my mic gain here is just on 30%, and the compressing is on 6%. And so I always use it, and I don't see it seems to be have any problem with any other guys. Even sometimes they're coming sitting so close next to me that I'm thinking I have a bad radio. I need one who is fluttering a little bit more, Steve. Over.
Yeah, right. That's interesting, Martin. So I usually run 2 to 3% compression on the rig, but yours sounds. I'm going to go back in and listen to it because I have the audio very low and I have the microphone gated that's on my head to prevent the audio from the rig. I'm too lazy to put the headphones on, so I don't want it looping into the headset and then going into the stream. The audio is dumping straight out of the rig to the stream. So it's raw, unprocessed, or to the video. It's not streaming. I'm just recording it, and then I'm going to upload it probably in the next 15 minutes to YouTube. So if you want to see it, go to my YouTube, K1GMM YouTube channel, and it'll give you a really good representation. It is direct, exactly what I'm hearing, right out of the transceiver to the video feed. There's no microphone involved or speaker or anything. So it sounds great, man. I never would have guessed that. I figured you were on, I don't know, a $200-300 Heil headset or something like that. Seriously. It just goes to show you don't need much. Let me get out of the way, Martin, and I'll let you get some other stations, but great to hear you. Didn't realize it's been that long since we worked. It was, last March, I think, something like that, in the spring. And I'll look for you tomorrow if you're knocking around or whatever. Hope to catch up with you again. I was listening to you, and I was in the middle of doing some other things, and I was just prepping for tonight to launch the stream, and I was like, oh, man. I got to grab this. So great to hear you. Put it over to you, and you can send me packing. ON4AYM, K1GMM. Pleasure, buddy.
Yeah, QSL, Steve. Yeah, it's make me happy every time. That's why when I do hear a guy on the radio with a bad audio, I tell him directly, you guy, do something about it. It's not the way you have to use your radio. Try to get a good audio quality. Everyone is listening to you. I do exactly the same, Steve. I've been listening this afternoon for I think 2 hours to the guys in VK land. I didn't disturb them. I did heard a few guys calling them, but I didn't do that. I just listening to them, to their conversations. And if everyone were doing that, it would be more polite on the band too. We're gonna see what it would be tomorrow in the worldwide contest. Okay, have a pleasant afternoon over there. Very good evening from this side. And it was 14 March that we did spoke on 20 here. So I wish you a very good afternoon, good evening, and a good weekend, and hope to hear you soon again, okay? Kilo 1 Golf Mike, ON4 Alpha Yankee Mike. Bye-bye.
Okay, Martin. Yeah, great to hear you. Enjoy that antenna. I am incredibly envious, and I wish I had a support system, a tower, and I lived in a good enough place because that's exactly what I'd run. You're living the dream for many of us, so hats off, buddy. We'll catch you later. Have a great weekend. Good DX, best of the family, and a pleasure as always. ON4AYM, this is K1GMM Vermont Clear.
Yeah, QSL. It's a 50 feet long boom, and the elements are 45 feet away. So my reflector and my second director. So then you do know what you're going to need if you want to buy the same one. Okay, Steve. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you. 7-3.
Okay, bye-bye.
Holy mother. 50-foot long boom. That's 20 feet longer than when Tor runs. LA40UA. His is a 10-meter boom. That thing is rip snorting. 100 watts. He was actually, when he first came in, he was stomping everybody on 20 meters, running these big monobanders, 4 or 5 element monobanders running a kilowatt or more. He was just eating them for lunch. Cubical quads. Dadgummit. I gotta get first. I gotta move, and then I gotta get me one. 7-3 guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you during the contest this evening and tomorrow. Stop by and wave hello as or if you're just passing by, just give me a wave and I'll wave back or whatever. Catch you later.